paid next week, so make
Swagoo.
sure you get paid next week. So make sure you're ready to go to Walmart and pick up all the half-price candy.
So spooky, Joker.
It's spoopy as hell. Ooh, I'm a spoopy ghost.
Obviously, we host the spoopiest of ghosts.
Holy shit, there's people in here now. I'm nervous. What's
Yeah,
going on?
actual people showed up. That's amazing.
Hey, Goose Wee.
Goose,
Goose Wee.
what it is? We're just
Hashtag too spoopy.
Yeah, can we get that hashtag going?
Yeah, we need a hashtag for being too spoopy, you guys. Oh, good lord.
Joker bringing the comedy.
Joker's better than the live stream, so hashtag too spoopy.
Oh,
Can we get that on
uh,
our Facebook page somewhere?
I'm about to
Getting a
tweet
little bit
the
spoopy.
I'm about to tweet the spoopy. If I,
All right,
if I could see my goddamn keyboard.
it's spoopy as hell on here.
Uh, too solid, too solid. Copy.
Jesus Christy.
Hashtag two. Oh, two. Spoopy.
Levy does not want to talk with us, Goosewee. And Ian, he is being a
Ian also doesn't want to participate.
he's saving money on internet by not joining the live stream. He bought internet minutes from the internet store. So he will not be joining us tonight. But yes, Joker and Short, they are gay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every single one of them. Actually, I think Levy got a plane ticket to go over to Ian's house and give him a few blowies while we do this stream. That's how gay they're being. He's typing with one hand and one eye and blowing with one eye and one hand on the other. In his mouth, in his big old puckered lips. Have you ever seen Levy's lips? They're
Yeah.
incredible.
Ah, it's Brett. Fair
They're
enough.
lush.
Fair enough, my friend.
Oh.
Alright, just one more check of the places. See if anyone's retweeted, maybe.
Twatting on us.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Well, you know. It seems PNC because my last name is Cox, and that's what we do here.
And it's true, and behind my webcam that I currently do not have on, my wiener is out. It's in its natural environment. In between a Darth Vader cup with a little bit of liquor in it and the computer.
Man, really should have got a bev before I started all this, before I got dressed.
Yeah, you could have done it. How dark it is in your room.
Yeah, it's dark as tits. Got my TV off, got my light off.
Somebody's gonna walk through your door and rob your ass.
See,
If they think you're asleep.
what I'm hoping is if someone does walk my door, it's gonna create an atmosphere of like, oh man, that's spooky. Leave the door
I hope
shut.
nobody walks through your door, because there's a
Like,
chance that somebody will walk through my door.
because if you
Have you
look,
seen the kids out trick-or-treating tonight? I keep looking out the window. These fucking grown-ass men with mustaches wearing fucking witch hats trick-or-treating at people's houses.
I swear to God,
Fucking,
I saw someone wearing fucking pajamas.
one of them was fucking missing a leg. I could have swore he was dressed up as a pirate, but no. He was an old diabetic.
But yeah, you know how the like my closet door is right in the corner there? It's for effect. So people are gonna be watching it the whole time. They're like, oh man, is something gonna jump out? And it's like, no, nothing's gonna jump out. It's silly.
I really hope nothing's gonna jump out. I don't know. What's my little brother doing? Is he over there? Is he
Nah.
over there tonight? No?
No,
Where's that?
we have the special eds needs lady here tonight.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett gave us a retweet
Did he? Did he though?
for
Did he
that
really?
spoop. I don't know. I
Yeah, he
don't use
did.
Twitter.
He did in
I don't use
fact.
Twitter.
He
Who's
retweeted
spoop?
both of them. Well, no, he retweeted one, but Joker retweeted the other one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too spoopy. God damn it. Oh, lordy.
I hope that's a thing sometime.
It's a thing
in
now.
life.
It has to be a thing now.
Yeah. But it can only be a thing for the next 2 days.
Yeah, well, you know.
Because if you use it after November, you're just a douchebag. We'll be using it anyways.
We'll bring it
after
back.
November, we're bringing it.
We'll run it back.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
actually,
bring it
I
back
do
like
want
the
to check
90s.
one thing real quick. I want to see if the Cardinals are losing.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm not a sports fan, but I just want them to lose because one, I want to write in Boston. Two, I want Cardinals fans just to be sad, just be
That's not
ashamed.
alright though. I'm a Cardinals fan. I was up
well,
near
you know.
Chicago and all there was Cardinals fans.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I really hope the Cardinals win so it adds suspense for the Cardinals fans, and then the Red Sox bomb them in the last game. And just everybody fucking goes on crazy riots, fucking peeing on street poles and shit. You'll see babies getting sacrificed at playgrounds on teeter-totters. I should write for Spooky Pasta or Creepy Pasta, Spoopy Pasta. We need a website.
That story was too spoopy, Chris.
That was a bit spoopy.
Alright, we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, Internet? Spooky X233 here. Welcome to Spooky Industries Halloween Special. So spooky. Today we are here. It's the day before Halloween, the 30th. Having a good old time. Levy trying to interrupt my intro, which he managed to do because I acknowledged it.
Spamming the hell out of chat. Hello, Levy.
It's me and Chris today. Levy and Chris, Levy and Ian decided they didn't want to be in chat in the actual, Skype call tonight because they didn't want to look up stories because they're lazy assholes.
They are currently dishing out blowjobs house to house. Instead of trick-or-treating, they are treating the trickers.
Yes.
I believe that's how it goes.
So tonight, last year I read some spooky stories on, did some quick videos for it on the, YouTube. And, since we started streaming this year, I figured, make a stream out of it. Why not? And then I've just, upload the whole thing to YouTube. One giant thing. So as you can see, it's super fucking dark in my room. And when
dark, you almost can't see anything.
And when I switch over to, whenever I switch over to the actual thing where I'm reading them from, it gets even darker. So it's so great, so good. So we're going to get started. By a lot of these, and by a lot, I mean all of them are from Creepypasta because that's where I looked in like an hour ago. Because I did not prepare at all for this. Because I'm the best. I'm the best.
Yeah, hey, Ghost wants me to read a comic that he sent off to do that after your little segment. You might have to wait a little while though. This story's...
You're Ghost, go ahead and relink that one if you want to, because I lost that link.
Yeah, let me check it out real quick. I'll get my porno voice on.
Oh yeah, spoopy times, Ghost, spoopy times. Joker had a bit of a mistype, and we're just going with it now.
Yeah, Joker had the best mistype so far. Yeah, we're getting spoopy. All right, let's check this comic out.
All right, while Chris is reading that comic, I'm going to get started with the first story here.
How the fuck am I supposed to fucking read this? This is all in Wingdings.
Just scroll down; it'll be fine.
Oh, I've read this before.
Oh yeah, then there you go.
I've read this before. Is he just trying to get me, balls deep and
scared?
Yeah,
he's trying to get you with the.
If you want to, Tyler, you can actually pop open the window and show up for the stream.
Absolutely not. That is the worst. And I would have to actually look at it, and I refuse to do so.
You have to look at it, because, I mean, if I just read it, people aren't going to make sense, and then I'm going to be like, face appears.
No, I hear the shit. Cool. Like, if I do it, I'm going to, like, take my headset off, I'm going to turn away from my screen, and it's just going to be a big mess, and it's going to be... no.
Hello, Lolly Nia TV. How are you?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to the first story.
Do it,
no, I'm not fucking doing it.
I have nothing to do.
Fuck. All right. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Let me open up Firefox here.
Yeah, Firefox me, bitch.
God damn it. I don't want to do this. I really don't.
Burn them! Burn the non-believers!
No, we have. I went and got like 14 stories. Should be more than enough for.
We could always get a third-person ghost. I mean, that'd be fun.
Go
I was like, actually, hey, this is unplanned. I learned about this whole stream about an hour ago. I was eating a cheeseburger, watching the kids pass by my house, had my BB gun ready. I had stuff to do. But if a ghost wants to pop in, we could say hi.
Nope. Yeah. Come on.
Cheeseburger.
Man, if it would pick up the fucking window, that'd be pretty solid.
Hell, we could have 4 people if everybody wants. I don't care. We do anything. We can do anything at all.
Hold on, it's not one to pick up. Okay, put it up front. This one. up front.
Tyler, you want to pop some more people in the Skype call? We could have a little bit of fun.
I'm just trying to get.
I mean, Ghost and
I'm trying to get.
TV wants to
I'm
hop in.
trying to get the spooky comic to pop up, but it's not one to pick up Firefox for whatever fucking reason. It's bothering me. Yes. There it goes. There it goes. Now I picked it up. God damn it.
Fuck, you know what? Everybody watching the stream, just pop in. We're gonna have a
Hold
great
on.
time.
Alright, Burb, taking off my headset and shit, so you know.
Okay. Is there a scream in the middle of this? Is there gonna be a scream? Am I hearing that? No, I heard him scream. Fuck it. Hey, Tyler, call him. Call him. We're gonna have some good times. We're gonna have a great time. Ghost, you ain't got no headset? Oh, wait, what the fuck is he doing? Just scrolling right through that bitch? What's the boys doing? He ain't talking to me. It's gonna get weird. Guys, this is weird. I ain't even getting a chance to read it. He took off his headset. Alright, I'm watching the live stream now. Yeah, he is too scared to scroll down. She's all tattered. She needs a hospital. Oh, look at that.
Fuck. Taking off the headset did nothing, because it still played through my external speakers. God damn it.
Yeah, big dick. I didn't even get a chance to read it. You should have kept your shit on.
No.
Hey, go
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care if there's more. We're done. We're done with that. We're done with that.
Done with that?
I wasn't having a good
First story
time.
of-
Scared the shit out of me. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with it. Wasn't doing
We
it.
gonna invite Ghost and Nia into this?
Well, I
They
definitely
want to play with us. They want to play. They want to play scary stories. Scary stories.
We're not playing anything. We're just reading
They want.
things.
They want to get spoopy with us.
I don't care. They want to get Joker at nope. So you know. God damn! Fuck that thing. I hate that so much. It's the actual worst. It really is.
Yeah, that wasn't spooky.
It's not spooky. It's just a jump scare.
It's a jump scare, but you didn't even finish it. Look, I'm scrolling down on it right now. And I'm just blowing through it. Whoa, okay. Yeah, there we go.
I got to that. I did. I really did.
I watched it,
But
and
see-
it just got me, like, a little bit ballsy. That was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of scrolled down real fast. Scared me.
So alright, we're
It
going.
sounded like a taser. That wasn't even
Yeah,
frightening.
see, the thing
it sounded
is-
like a taser. And tasers scare me.
See, the thing is, I
Scary
don't
faces
know
do not.
why it played through my external headset, my external speakers, not my actual speakers. I don't know why, but
I had my headset on. Almost got me. Peed a little bit.
alright. So we're actually going to start. Oh wait, I know why, because I'm in Skype chat, and yeah, I'm dumb.
Yeah, you ruined everything.
So the first story is called Skin Deep, and the credit goes to Candle Clock. Solid name, if I must say so myself. We were actually talking about this one before we started, and Chris was like, it's gonna completely derail that street name. Well, you know, YOLO. Gonna YOLO the name.
I couldn't do it. I definitely could not.
Is it okay if I play the stream audio over mine?
Is that piracy? Is that considered piracy?
You actually, well, we don't make money, you don't make money. So you could technically stream our audio over your audio and you wouldn't get in trouble, but if we were to make money, if you were to make money, then we would have an issue.
Ghost, you do Whatever the hell you want to do.
Because that's
If we made money, I would let you pirate the shit out of us.
Because at Spooky Industries Halloween special, it's okay. We get spooked here.
Spoopy Industries.
30 followers. All right, well, more than us. Anyways, first story, Skin Deep. I'm getting started. We have completely derailed for like 10 minutes here. Lori, fuck, I already messed it up. Shit.
Who the fuck's Lori?
I combine the first and last name together for some reason. Okay, serious face.
Serious face.
Fucking Christ. Halloween, everybody. So spoopy.
Getting spoopy in here.
Rory Larkin often asks himself why he decided to visit the house on Balach Street. Was it an attempt to show everyone that he was fearless and rational enough to discard some silly superstition that reigned over the hearts and minds of Rasperville's townsfolk? No, and, well, no. Rory knew that he had never been like this. He never tried to be something special, and he definitely didn't crave for much attention. It could also be a simple curiosity, an innocent attempt to check the existence of supernatural, especially since he could find a supposedly haunted house right there in Rasperville. Solid name, by the way. This was more probable. Even as a child, Rory was fascinated with everything strange and mysterious. He enjoyed reading about the unsolved gruesome murders and weird chiroptids, UFO sightings, but he never actually believed in anything paranormal, seeing this kind of story as a simple amusement. Moreover, most of the really interesting cases took place far away from home, and they never concerned him directly. On the contrary, the house on Blah Street, I can't do it, was just a few miles from him, and nothing forbade him from paying a little visit after school. Nevertheless, at some point Rory realized that it was not a simple curiosity that moved him. It was some deeper and darker instinct that pushed the man into the gloomy corners of reality. The same feeling that attracts a moth towards a burning candle. Rory hadn't even tried to resist that powerful inner focus, and now all he could do was be sorry about it. It was the late September afternoon when Rory stood before the house on that street with a photo camera. Everything he had heard about this place flowed in his mind, and the boy started to feel goosebumps slowly covering his skin. Only a few months ago, you could see its owner, a man named Edward Pine, suspiciously walking down the street of Rasperville. People who knew him described him as a strange and reclusive individual who avoided his neighbors, and although nobody ever saw him visiting any parties, he usually was home at nights. Nobody knew where he went, and, as it often happens, people suspected the worst. One early morning, their suspicions realized. Edward Pine was arrested in the nearby park, his arms covered in blood, and the body of his victim lay under the closest tree. The man didn't confess his gruesome confess his guilt, affirming that he had been framed by some supernatural force.
Yeah, it couldn't have been the guy that was covered in blood whatsoever.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. It was not him.
The following morning, he was found hanging in his cell. Most people were sure that Pine was the murderer, although a little evidence was discovered to confirm that. Solid grammar there. Nevertheless, soon afterwards, a new stream of dark rumors started to circulate around Rasperville. A few brave souls who approached now the abandoned house on that street, close enough reported hearing weird noises, often described as laughter, weeping, or even singing. Surprisingly, nobody ever dared to go inside the house, and no one could find the for sale sign near any of its neighboring houses. So spooky.
Dude, Nightbot's a jerk.
Really, what's Nightbot doing? I don't know.
He's calling you 3 asterisks.
Fair enough. As for Rory, he got used to too much. He got used to too much for the paranormal stories, and nothing in the world could make him believe in those rumors. However, the sole idea that he was going to be the first to enter the house after so much time sent chills down his spine. I have nothing to fear, he kept telling himself. That's all bullshit. There's nothing dangerous. I'll just make a few shots here and there, and it'll be over. In any case, there was no way back after he had promised to make a few shots in the house and then upload pictures on the internet, as ultimate proof that there was nothing paranormal about this alleged killer's lair. At first, his friends laughed at his idea, then some of them tried to discourage him, but Rory was persistent. He tried to invite some kids to join him in this night expedition, but everyone refused, often giving some excuse. At first, their fear seemed laughable, but now standing before the door, Rory felt his skepticism slowly leaving his mind. Meanwhile, it was getting dark, and having no urge to wait any longer, the boy walked on the porch and with a deep sigh opened the front door.
Does
Sound
that say
effects.
that in the story?
No sound effects.
Say ring.
It's a creaky door. Gotta have some sound effects, you know?
Tin Man would be furious.
My voice makes it so not spooky. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh.
He's just such an upbeat, chipper motherfucker. He just can't help being so happy all the time.
A wave of still offensive air flowed over him as Roy entered the house. He stepped slowly, as if he was afraid to violate the silence of his place. The house did not look that dilapidated. Although the owner's absence made itself known. A thin layer of dust covered most of the furniture, and the faded wallpaper started to peel out places. Looking around, Rory noticed some red-brown stains on the floor, sometimes on the walls. He crossed to take a closer look at them, and he could swear that they reminded him of clearly human footsteps. Their color doubtlessly gave out their origin. Someone had left these traces in blood. This discovery made Roy want to leave the house as soon as it was possible. Today, Junior.
Fucking Joker.
What is he saying?
I am the night. I am the spoopiness that the city deserves, not the one that it needs. I am spoopy.
You're never gonna get through this one story, goddammit.
No, probably not.
So spoopy. Halloween special, everyone! It's okay, we have fun here.
Oh, shit.
In the following instance, Rory heard another sound which echoed from upstairs. It made him jump, but he managed to calm down. It could be some animal, he thought. Or maybe it's the wind. Yes, it's the wind. It was blowing quite hard. Fuck, I'm dumb. It was blowing quite hard when I was outside, and some windows could be open. He strolled into the living room, hoping to discover something interesting, but didn't manage to find anything except for some old furniture and some more bloody footprints. One of them attracted his attention, and Roy didn't resist the temptation to lean down and touch it. Horrified, he backed away. The blood was fresh. At some point, he thought that it could be nothing but red paint used by some particularly sick practical joker. However, after he licked his finger, all doubts quickly died, ceasing their place to the pure panic. He didn't care about his classmates who had laughed at him the following day. All that mattered at this point was running like hell out of that place. What's going on? Wait, oh, it's a whisper, I'm sorry. What's going on? Roy whispered. It could be left only today, only a few hours ago. His heart started to beat rapidly, and Rory was about to turn back and bolt into the hallway, and then outside, but in the same instant, or in the same moment, the sound was heard again. It sounded like footsteps, like someone was walking on a wet surface, walking downstairs. To his terror, Rory realized that he didn't have enough time to run away unnoticed. Desperate, he darted towards an empty cupboard in the corner, opened its door, and scrambled inside, holding his breath. Fuck you laughing at? Something going on in chat?
I don't know. I'm a little bit spooked right now.
Footsteps were getting louder, and soon Rory could see through a crack between the doors a dite. A dite? That's not
Going on a
right.
diet? Somebody getting skinny?
A dark red shape walked into the living room. The figure seemingly belonged to a woman wearing an eerie pale white dress. However, the woman had no distinguishing feature. She had no skin. Oh, she had one distinguishing feature. I'm sorry. She had no skin. It's pretty solid, I must say. I mean, if I was, walking around the house, I'd go with no skin. With every step, she left a bloody trace on the floor, while she strolled around the room like she was looking for something. What the
Look for a fucking tampon, bro.
God damn it.
Yeah, the dyke ghost is looking for a tampon currently, Joker.
Oh man, so spooky. What the? What the hell is this? Rory wanted to cry when he understood how grave his situation was. Who is she? What is she? What will she do if she finds me? Rory prayed to every deity known to the mankind as he felt his body getting paralyzed with an unspeakable horror. The Blood Woman, as Rory called this creature, stood for a minute before the window and then turned back, moving her eyes to the room. God, please. Rory huddled, shaking and sweating, but he couldn't stop looking through the cracks at this monstrous figure slowly walking across the room. For a few seconds, she stood dangerously close to the cupboard, and Rory couldn't recall more fearful seconds in his life. The rancid smell of rotting flesh invaded his nostrils, and if it lasted just a bit longer, the boy should have gone insane. The woman smiled, or rather, grinned with her lipless face, which made Rory close his eyes for a moment.
Now, how do you grin without lips on your face? I'm trying to imagine this, but your teeth are constantly out. There's no way to pucker your lips.
Maybe he saw the muscles move.
That's gross.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have flesh. Maybe she's Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson had lips.
Well,
tiny little bird lips.
But his face was always
couldn't suck down syrup if he tried, but
his face was always falling off. I mean, it's not.
His face was falling off.
And he always
you have to store Michael Jackson in temperatures below 30 degrees Celsius. Just saying.
Apparently, I say horror instead of horror.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
you just flat out say the horror that he can imagine, or whatever the fuck. I was following along. I heard you say horror, and I got too excited.
Well, it's the Illinois accent. It prevents me from enunciating some things.
Yeah, we don't say words here in Illinois.
Okay, where the fuck was I? Okay. Luckily, the creature turned around and walked. I'm gonna copy paste this line to the chat real quick, so I'm not.
Say walked. Yes, Joker. This ghost is a dyke, whoring, bleeding woman with no skin. It's cash as fuck.
Luckily, the creature turned and walked upstairs, with her wet footsteps sounding above Rory's head.
Fucking creature turned around and walked upstairs. Time to get back to my apartment. I got my welfare check in. I'm walking up the stairs.
This is what I get for not pre-reading any of these.
Yeah,
Without any waiting, the boy slided out of the cupboard and flung himself into the hallway. The footsteps upstairs started again. This time they sounded more hurried, but Rory didn't pay attention. He swung the front door open and rushed into the night. Incessantly... The fuck? That's not a word. He ran to the closest bus station, tripping and panting, his heart beating rapidly, and tears of fear flowing down his cheeks. So he has cheeks, but the lady doesn't. So something we should clarify. He has flesh.
It would be impossible for her to eat a bowl of soup. Impossible.
I don't know. I should do it. His mother was having party at their old friend's house. I just want to go over that again. His mother was having party, not a party, not an party, just party.
The party
Not,
of the century.
no, not the party, just party.
Mom's
Having
having
party.
party.
I'm sorry.
Quality content by Creepypasta.
His mother was having party at their old friends, and Rory came home unnoticed. This emptiness frightened Rory. Alone, he felt himself even less safe, although he couldn't be sure that his mother would protect him from that grinning, demonic creature. He didn't eat, as he was sure that even a little untimely memory about what he had seen in the abandoned house would turn his stomach. Boy just laid in his bed and tried to fall asleep. There was a chance that the creepy being from the house he hadn't noticed him. Otherwise, there was a hope that she wouldn't find his home. Anyway, Rory couldn't think about the situation anymore. All it wanted was to get some rest, and then things would somehow resolve. Would resolve somehow. I'm sorry. Needless to say, he couldn't fall asleep as quickly as he wanted, tossing and turning in his bed. Roy shuddered. He heard some noise downstairs. He covered his face with his blanket, although although he perfectly realized that this childish move wouldn't help him. But he wasn't in a right mood for anything rational thinking. Soon enough, Roy heard a voice-o. Voice-o. Oh, okay, I see what they did there. Hold on. Copying this to the chat.
I think the scariest part of the story
Is the grammar and spelling.
may be the grammar. Did this person, like this person could even have got on Firefox, threw this bitch in his fucking Facebook chat and spell checked it from there, but no. Fucking no. Not a damn.
So
Not a damn
spooky.
thing was done.
No, fuck, where was I? I lost my spot.
He heard voices biviously.
Fuck, okay, I found it. Soon enough,
Find the grouping of misspelled words.
I did.
Find your place.
Soon enough, Roy heard a voice-o obviously belonging to his mother, and the boy sighed with relief. Later, she entered his room to check on her precious son, and after seeing him in his bed, calmly closed the door. She had no idea how restless her son was. For a few hours, he lay silently thinking about the horrors he had seen. The one horror, I should say. The one, it was just a lady with, no skin. Where did this walking illustration from an anatomy textbook come from? What did she want? What did she have to do with the former owner of the house? One night, his whole world shattered in pieces, and life in Rasperville didn't seem safe and boring anymore. A few times Rory managed to fall asleep, but the blood woman followed him even in his dreams. He saw her grinning at him, raising a butcher's knife above his head, then the utter terror pulled him out of his sleep. Fucking shit.
It's gross.
Back into reality, where he lay drenched in sweat and hardly breathing, but still protected by the walls of his house. Fuck. Okay. I've seen how much was left, not gonna lie. Okay.
You guys know, I'm gonna link you something. This is exactly what I'm thinking as he's reading this story.
I'll have to check that out later. Needless to say, he couldn't fall asleep. Oh wait, I read that already, didn't I? Yep. Nightmares came after nightmares, drawing more and more disturbing images. Roy wound up back in the empty house, huddling in the cupboard and hearing something echoing from the cellar. He tried to guess what would betray him: his loud breath, rasping heartbeats, or shaking of his fingers. The dark red figure came back again. With a grin on her face, she swung open the cupboard's door. With a yell, Rory woke up again. But this time there was something wrong. There was something wrong in the air, like he could smell some mixture of blood, rotten flesh, and yet another thing. Was it sulfur? Rory put his hand on his forehead, and his fingers touched something wet and sticky. He turned the lights on and his vision started to blur. Without any doubt, it was blood. But Roy was not hurt. It was not his blood, which could mean only one thing. The boy looked down to see a chain of bloody footprints on his carpet, just like in the house. One thought echoed in his mind. How did she find me? Soon another thought struck him as a lightning. Wait, what? Soon another thought struck him as a lightning. Alright, well, fair enough.
Struck him as a lightning. Was this written by a fucking Spaniard and then like translated on Google?
Well, I mean, it had like
Jesus
it
Christ.
it had 8 votes, so I assumed it was okay. Fuck, I gotta go. Chris, take up where I am.
I don't even know where the hell you are. I'm so lost.
The boy looked down. That's where I'm at.
The boy looked down. The boy looks down a lot. Where the hell is that? Oh, he's in trouble. He was getting loud, and his mom's gonna whoop his ass. He's done. Oh, and the lights are on. We're copying KB mod. Cool. Joker, I gotta tell you, ain't a damn thing we're gonna take professionally. Where the hell did he go? Oh, I know. I don't watch him that often. I actually just recently got into him. So, how are you guys? Everybody doing good? Tyler's still gone. I got a scary story for you guys. He comes back and he continues reading this story. That is an incredible amount of spam, Joker. All the spam. Did you guys watch that video I linked? It's my favorite part of any video ever. Oh, wow, Levy. Hey, girl, let me take you back to my place. I'm gonna make you some filet mignon. I like candy. Now, how is it they pronounce filet mignon in the ghetto? I mean, I've never eaten it myself because, of course, I live near the ghetto. I think it's a filet mignon. You can get that at yeah, you can get filet mignon at the McDaniels. Hashtag Daniels. Yeah, Levy drove by in a huge fucking Volkswagen van, and all the windows are tinted out. It's got a big old chain and lock on the back of it. Phil eat Mignon. Here we go, Levy. You know, I heard Rosetta Stone was actually getting an Ebonics tutorial. You could learn how to speak ghetto in under like 30 days. Is actually Ebonics is actually a modifier for your job. If you ever get a job where there's where you converse with people like customer service or not, you could actually apply and put down that you know Ebonics. Exactly, Levy. We could get Rosetta Stone. We could head to the ghetto, make some. Oh, here he is. Here he is. I hear some shuffling. Here he is.
Alright, so how far did you get?
Welcome back. Dude, I don't know where we were at. I was just talking to everybody.
Oh, well.
I was stalling.
Jesus.
I don't know where the hell you're at.
Alright.
It's a long story.
Yeah. Okay. She could not hurt them when they were asleep. Rory, wait, she could hurt them when they were asleep. Rory bolted out of his room to check on them. But as soon as he opened the door, he saw something written on the wall on its opposite side. He turned the lights on in the hallway, and what he read, pierced his mind more than any minute. What the fuck? What he read pierced his mind more than any minute. Teke Ferez. The fuck?
Yo, Tyler, while you were gone, we were conversing on how Rosetta Stone has an Ebonics class. I think that would probably be useful to take whenever we try to read this story.
Ebonics was the mandatory in our school.
Yeah, it was kind of needed to survive.
Talking
to the cafeteria workers, you gotta know Ebonics.
I posted what it says in the chat. Is that like a different language, or?
I swear to God, this person spell checked randomly. He was like, you know what, YOLO, I'm clicking on whatever the first word is whenever I do spell check.
Okay, no, anyways, continuing.
Yeah, many tickle fears. There we go. Thanks, Joker.
Ah, well, thank you. If you told anyone, you'll look just like me.
That's unfortunate.
For a few minutes, Rory couldn't move a limb. He felt like his guts were tied in a knot. Nonetheless, soon he realized that his situation was not as hopeless as it could seem. The hallway was literally smeared with blood. Welp! But the footprints didn't lead into his mother's bedroom. Moreover, after hearing happy snoring sounding out of there, Rory could be sure that his mother was fine. It means that if I keep my tongue between my teeth, she wouldn't do anything, he thought. Somehow, the idea that being invading his house was following some rules gave him a tad of hope. However, it would be hard to keep him silent if someone found all the bloody footprints in the house, so Rory tiptoed to the bathroom to take a mop. Who keeps a mop in their house? What the fuck? It's a pretty random thing to have in a house, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's it gonna do on a carpet? Mops aren't for carpets, dumbass.
Yeah, good point. If, maybe they had more tiled floors, but just to leave the mop out in the house, that causes mold. And it also can attract bugs because you get some food stuck in that mop. Forget the bleach. There's a fucking cockroach on that bitch eating it up, breeding with all of its buddies.
Yep.
Yep, living in your walls.
We continue. He cleaned all the footprints off, and then took a wet rag to wipe the white writing off his bedroom's door. I thought it was on the wall.
Plot twist.
Off his bedroom door. That night, it was raining outside, and he didn't have to worry about any tracks in the yard. Having done all that, Rory exhaustedly dropped on his bed. He still had a couple of hours to get some sleep before going to school. Early morning, he sat in the kitchen lazily eating fried eggs. His mother sat in front of him looking at the bags under his eyes. Alright, now it's actually got some dialogue here, but, instead of doing voice acting, it's gonna be funny.
I could be the mother.
Alright. But you don't know where we are, so...
I know where we are at. I'm caught up.
Okay.
Are you alright, sweetie?
God damn it.
She asked. She asked. We don't. She asked him. Alright, continue, sir.
I'm fine, muttered Rory.
You look like you didn't sleep last night.
It's okay, Mom. Please, leave me alone. Rory took a few gritty sips of coffee, then stood up, put on his coat, and hurtled to the front door. That sounds kind of dangerous. Why would you hurtle through your house? I mean, does he have things blocking the way? Did he go over the...
That could cause injury. There might be an end table in the way. For all you know, your mother's daffodils will fall and hit you in the fucking head. Be cautious when running through your house, guys. I'm looking out for you.
On his way to school, he was wondering what he would say to the kids to whom he promised to enter the abandoned house. If I tell them the truth, I'm dead meat. Rory was perfectly sure that the blood woman would somehow know about him giving out her secret. She had managed to find out where he lived, after all, and there was no guarantee that she couldn't actually read his mind. But if I tell them that I walked outside the house to find out the supernatural, they'll all go there, and that could piss her off.
Like real mad.
No, there's only one way. Suicide.
Kill him.
Yeah,
Like
or
he
that.
did. Yeah.
On his way to school, Rory met Dave. That's a solid name.
Dave's pretty cool. That's a dude
His
name.
best friend, who was one of the kids who tried to discourage him from entering the house. If only he had listened to them, but it was too late. And soon Dave mentioned the house. Rory swiftly answered, I didn't go there.
What? You too scared?
God damn it. Yep, shat my pants while I stood on the porch.
Did you hear anything?
Yes, I did. God damn it, I'm getting a southern accent now.
When the fucking Rory turned into a hick, you motherfucker.
So spooky. He changed voices now. Too spooky.
This ghost is taking a toll on Rory's life. He's turning into a fucking hick. Uh,
Oh shit. Yes, I did. Rory leaned to his friend's ear as if he was about to whisper something. I've heard that. Boo! He yelled the last word, making the boy shudder.
I mean that.
He said,
We should disturb that place. Come on. The guy was a piece of shit.
it's still you.
oh.
And we want to visit the house like if you was some fucking celebrity. That's just, disrespectful.
They didn't talk about the house anymore, though Rory couldn't hide his condition. He looked disturbed, so would say his classmates later. The teacher would affirm that it was at this time when the normally above the average student's grades started to plummet. He would often fall asleep during class. He started to avoid his peers, including his friends. Nobody could explain this sudden change of behavior, and it didn't take much time for Miss Larkin, solid name, 10 out of 10,
This
Wasn't
Larkin's a whore.
was informed that her son's apparent troubles. After a few the fuck? All right. Chris, you're seeing that, right? I'm just not fucking.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
After the incident in the abandoned house, and a few serious talks with his mother, Rory realized that he got used to this life. The constant fear accompanying him every minute turned into a sort of pal, annoying but useful. He would often join his friends at their parties, and at some point things would seem to hit their stride. One day, everything fell apart.
He started listening to Evanescence and crying in his room for hours.
Fuck.
Life was over. Poor Rory.
Rip Rory. Rory's mother left to visit her aunt in the county. Oh, I'm sorry, we're in England, I forgot. Or I assume so, because Rory and they said county. And you don't say that here in America. Fucking stupid. Shots fired. Rory's mother left to visit her aunt in the county, and as she was fascinated with rural life, she decided to take a photo camera with her. Fortunately, her camera was broken, and having no time to do anything to fix it, she took Rory's camera, which lonely sat on his bookshelf since that day. That night, the boy came home lately. He opened the window in his bedroom to let some fresh air in, and out of sudden, he looked down at the windowsill. 2 words were written in blood. She knows. Fuck.
That sucks. That's unfortunate.
Rory turned around and saw that his camera was absent from its place. Instantly, he grew pale and started to stir around his room. He tried to call his mother, but her phone was out of range. His heart was beating painfully. One thought pulsated through his mind. How could it be such an idiot? He had forgotten about the camera, with all the shots of footprints, handprints, and other traces of blood. Desperate, Rory sat on his bed and covered his ears with his hands. That's effective. GG. This time, there were no footprints in the house. Apparently, the blood woman came through the window. Rory didn't sleep the whole night, and only on the following day had he got some rest after finding that his mother was alive and well. In a couple days, she returned. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was more than that. Okay. In a couple days, she returned. As Rory expected, she had seen the pictures. The whole night, she couldn't stop asking questions. She wanted to know what on earth happened to her son. Why didn't he sleep at nights? Why did he constantly act as if he was being watched? What was the deal with the footprints on the pictures? The youth didn't know what to say. Any careless word could lead him to a rather gruesome fate. She persisted. She wanted him to meet a counselor, to inform police about things that he had seen. Rory felt that he would go insane.
Emo kid. He's just sad.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. Their talk didn't lead to any end. When the night fell, Rory went to his room and lay in bed. After a sleepless hour, he heard slurping sounds below. The boy took on his clothes and slowly tiptoed out of his room. Some stirring sounded in the hallway, right before his mother's bedroom. The boy gasped, realizing what was about to happen, and rushed into the hallway. She was there. The blood woman saw Rory, and the boy could swear that he saw her grinning in the dim hallway. She turned towards him and made a few steps. Slowly and carefully, he backed away. Wrote on sentences. He backed away, knowing that he had nowhere to run, and now all he could do was to comfort his fears. She was getting close, her foul smell almost unbearable. Rory moved back, and in his room, she followed. At least she didn't menace his mother anymore. The boy was trapped, as she shut the door behind him. "What do you want?" he whispered.
What do you want?
"I didn't do anything, really. Please, don't do it. I didn't tell anyone, and neither did my mother." The woman let out a barely audible laughter.
Ha!
Because she wouldn't be the blood woman.
Of course.
She answered.
You didn't do anything, but she will.
She loves her Virginia Slim. She's got that smoker voice.
She won't be rested till she finds out all the truth. And then I have no choice. However, we can end it all now. I still got to.
She sunk her fingers into her flesh at her shoulder and instantly pulled out an object which Rory recognized as a bloody butcher knife. He cowered in terror, but she didn't try to use it against him. She tried to hand him the knife.
Take it,
she said.
Take it, and we'll become friends. Then you'll do it. But don't worry, no one will find out. She will die as you want, quickly and peacefully, and I won't have to do it myself.
Rory held the knife.
work, Rory.
Huh?
He's being a bitch.
Rory held the knife with his shivering fingers and stared at his tormentor. Did she seriously believe he would do it? Edward Pine was also your friend.
He was not good, and he let them cut him.
And he let them cut him. Thanks.
Thankfully, he knew what to do, and he delivered me from doing that myself.
Noise sounded in the hallway. Miss Larkin got up, awoken by strange sounds in her son's bedroom, and decided not to wait until morning.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm talking to everybody. Oh.
Rory!
She shouted.
Rory, what's going on? Where are you talking to? God, what's that smell?
Oh yeah, that's me too.
No!
Whispered the blood woman.
Wait, no, she whispered.
Whispered the blood woman. Desperate, the boy stood still, but only for a few moments. At last he pulled himself together and drove the knife into her skinless body. She didn't scream, but it seemed like her mouth opened wide as if she was really hurt. Rory didn't wait any second and ran towards the door, but a couple of bloodied hands grasped him before he managed to touch the door knob.
What's going on, Rory?
Sounded from behind the door.
Please answer.
Rory struggled as he could, trying to get loose out of his captor's grasp, but to no avail. The Blood Woman looked at him with anger and pulled the boy towards the window. Another knock at the door. The demonic creature opened the window and started to push the boy outside. Help me! Rory did know. Rory didn't know he could do it, but he screamed. His scream apparently succeeded to make the monster jump just a bit, but it was enough to let the boy break free, run towards the door, and open it. Miss Larkin was petrified as she saw the skinless woman at her son's bedroom. Okay, fair enough. But there was no time. Rory grabbed her arm and they ran towards the front door. The Blood Woman was behind their backs in a moment. Rory could feel it. In a following second, they were both struggling with Miss Larkin. Wait, what? In a following second, they were both struggling with Miss Larkin falling on her knees after the blood-smeared abomination strike. But she managed to bring her down with her. Rory kicked the Blood Woman a few times, but she seemed to be invulnerable to his strikes. She pinned his mother to the ground and started to squeeze the life out of her throat. Rory was about to collapse out of desperation, but then he saw a lighter sitting on a small table.
Alright, so let's get this straight. He kicked the Blood Woman. Now, as I remember, the Karate Kick was a fighting type move. Which Pokemon is invulnerable to fighting type moves? Is that flying?
Wait, what? Ghosts are immune to fighting.
It's Ghost. Okay, so she is she a Ghost flying type? How come all
Well,
Ghosts and Pokemon are flying types too?
flying
'Cause
isn't
I
a-
figured they could hover.
Flying types aren't immune to fighting. They're just not. It's just not as effective.
Okay. So she's definitely Ghost. We got that.
Yeah, she's at least a ghost type.
Okay. But she would also be fighting. She's choking Rory's mother. So she's a Ghost fighting? Is she a dead Hitmonchan?
Yes.
Is this where this is going?
Yes.
Spoiler alert, guys. She's a dead Hitmonchan. We can stop reading.
We're almost done with this one story,
Alright, keep
okay?
going, keep going,
We're almost
keep going.
done with the story.
Alright, yeah, we can do this.
That night, the Larksons' neighbors woke up to the smell and sounds of the burning house. Wow, GG, set the house on fire. That's
Wow.
smart.
That's mature.
Towards the
Homeowners
morning,
insurance just went up.
the firefighters managed to extinguish the fire. Inside the house, they found a badly burned unconscious woman and a teenage boy who had a few burns on his face. His shirt was smeared with blood, but apparently he was fine. Both were rushed to a hospital. Neither Miss Larkin nor her son could tell the police about what had happened. Apparently, they were in a state of deep shock. The following day, Miss Larkin's ex-husband came back to Rasperville and inquired about his son's health. Soon after, he talked to Rory. The boy was taken to a mental institution. The following year, Rory met with a lot of specialists, but nobody managed to tell what the cause of his condition was. The patient just sat in a corner, fearfully looking around. He had never answered any questions, and despite all the drugs he had taken, his state of mind never changed. One night, an orderly heard a shrilling scream out of come out of Larkin's room. He rushed at the sound and saw the patient sitting on his bed and shaking. Turning on the lights, the man found the cause of the disturbance: a bloody handprint on the window. "She was here," said Rory. She! The orderly took a wet piece of rag and in a blink wiped the handprint off the window. Rory looked at him astonished, but the man was only smiling.
What?
He said.
I'm just doing a favor for a good friend.
End.
That
Scene.
was it, guys. That was scene. End.
That was a 8.1 out of 10 with 147 votes.
That was an ordeal. That wasn't an 8.1. That was an ordeal.
That was a good hour to read that piece of shit. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm all for
Thank you, Levy, for that rating, because that's what I would rate it.
Yeah, that
wasn't terrific with the spelling.
That was definitely a good concept.
Yeah, but
the grammar
kind of read it non-rehearsing, trying to read it just like out of the blue. That's kind of a difficult read with the lack of grammar and spelling.
Okay, let me find one.
Yeah, but not bang again. I wouldn't stick my fingers in that, Levy.
No. Let me find one of the 9 pumpkin ones. Because they're rated by pumpkins, by the way, instead of stars. I think this one was a 9 Yeah, 9.2 out of 10. So Chris, is your turn.
Hold on, 1 second.
I'll link it to you in a second. It's of nice length. Though honestly, this is taking longer than I thought it would, so might only end up getting 2 stories tonight. GG. I just linked it to you in a Facebook.
All right, 1 second. 1 second. All right. Okay. All right. Did on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I sent you on Facebook.
All right. Let's get this real quick.
And in case anybody wants to read along with us.
Yeah, go ahead and link it. This one is called The Devil Game.
Again, this one is 9.2 out of 10 with 322 votes.
All right, everybody, listen closely, because here I go. Turning to face him, I'm shocked to find he has an erection firmly in his grasp. My mouth drops open.
Damn it, Chris, no!
Acquainted, first name terms, if you will, with my favorite and most cherished part of my body.
That's not the story. That's
a small excerpt. The first blowjob scene from 50 Shades of Grey.
God damn it, I knew it!
9. It's in chapter 9. The scene continues to flesh out the novel's best developed character, Christian Grey's penis. He is my very own Christian Grey flavored popsicle. I love this.
Joker said it's too long.
What? The guy from 50 Shades of Grey penis?
No, the Devil's Game. He says too long.
Okay. Well, here's one of my favorites.
I don't think I don't have any that are shorter.
Here's one of my favorites. I don't know. It's decent length. It's a poem. It's a nice one. It's all right. If anybody wants to. Yes, Levy, I would love to read 50 Shades of Grey. And to tell you the truth, I don't know which one of the 4 of us could keep a straight face while.
We can't keep a straight face now.
But to be honest with you, I cannot find any excerpts.
Oh, the Raven. So long. Fair enough.
Yeah. That took me forever to find the 50 Shades of Grey experts to read to you guys about the blowjob. The very first blowjob in chapter 9.
Well, if you'd rather read that poem.
Look, I don't want to read the Raven. Fuck. You want to read the Raven? You want to help me read the Raven? You could do the Crow or the Crow. I'm a fucking douche. The Raven. You could be the Raven, and I could be a groundhog.
Well, you know. Hold on. I'm doing something. I'm doing a thing. Okay.
I'll do the. Yeah, you gotta get your Raven.
I'm doing something
too. You gotta be like.
Hold on. There it goes.
Joker, you want to read the Raven? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I want to read the Raven. Actually, popped that up a while ago.
Well, I mean, if you want to,
fuck yeah, poetry's true art. It drops fucking panties. You know how much pussy Edgar Allan Poe got? He got it so much he died.
He got a lot.
He died hundreds of years ago because he got it so much. He actually wrote this poem about 30 years ago. He got so much pussy, he went back in time and died. And also published it back in time, too. That's what happened. If you look in your history books, I don't know what your teachers are teaching nowadays.
Alright, well, I mean, whenever you want to get started, I mean, I'm,
Okay, alright, you ready? You ready? You gonna be the Raven for me?
I'll be the Raven for you.
Alright. Edgar Allan Poe. Alright. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of some one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from the book's surcase of sorrow of the lost Lenore. For the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless, here forevermore.
R.I.P. in peace, never forget.
Yeah, never forget Lenore. I think Lenore's ghost in this. You could be Lenore too.
Ah, well, you know.
Do it Aunt Jemima style. In the silken satin certain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. This, and nothing more." Persistently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating them no longer. "Sir," I said, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness, there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood, there wandering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal has ever dreamed to dare before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token.
Choke it up!
And a token like a motherfucker. It was that and nothing more. The only word there spoken was whispered, "Lenore!" This I whispered, and an echo murmured back through the word, back the word.
Lenore!
Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I hear a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something my window lattice. Let me see then what treat it is." What treat? What the fuck is
The
that
reet.
word?
The reet,
Threet?
I think.
Is that a number? Threet is, and the mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and mystery explore. "'Tis the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when many a flirt and flutter. In the stepped stately raven, that gentleman of a son of a bitch, of
Yeah!
the saintly days of yore. But least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mine of lord and lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon the bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more.
Your boy.
Then this ebony bird beguiled my sad fancy into smiling. By the grave and stern decorum of the countess is it wore. "Through thy chest be sworn and shaven thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient raven, wandering this nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is, the night Plutonian shore," quoth the raven.
Nevermore!
"Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear this discourse so painly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore, for we cannot agree that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust his chamber door, with such an animal name as.
Nevermore!
But the raven, sitting lonely on the placed bust, spoke only that one word, and his soul in that one word did outpour. Nothing furthermore than he uttered not a feather, then he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends that flown before, on a morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said,
Nevermore!
Stainless as stillness. I love this poem. Startled as the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken. "Doubtless," said I, "with it others is it only stocked and store, caught from some unhappy mister whom unmerciful disaster foamed fast and followed faster, till the songs of burden bore, till the dinges of the hope and melancholy bore of nevermore." But the raven still begulging my sad fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled and cushioned seat in front of the bird, and bust of the door. Then upon the velvet sinking, betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking that this ominous bird of yore what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt of ominous bird of yore meant in croaking.
Nevermore!
This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to this fowl whose fiery eyes now burdened into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head and ease reclining on this cushioned velvet lining and lamp low gloated o'er, but the velvet violet lining of the lamp light glowing o'er, she shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose foot falls tinkled on the tufted floor.
Wretch! I cried, thy God hath let thee. By these angels he hath sent thee respite the repent from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, at this
Quaff.
kind nippeth, and forgot of lost Lenore.
Quoth the raven.
Nevermore!
Prophet, said I, think of evil prophet still, if bird or devil.
Whether is this still it?
Whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yes undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on home by horror haunted, tell me vilely, I implore, is this balm of Gilead? Tell me, I implore.
Quoth the raven.
Nevermore!
Prophet, said I, thing of evil prophet still, this bird a devil by the heaven that bends above us, by this God we both adore. Tell this soul, with sorrow laden within the distant Adrian, I shall clasp a sainted maiden, whose these angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, who the angels name Lenore.
Quoth the raven.
Nevermore, yo!
Yo, what's up, good? Nemo.
Neither word signed a parting, but a fiend,
I shrieked, upstating.
get thee back into the tempest in the night of Plutonian shawl, leave the black plume of, as a token of lie thy soul hath spoken, leave my loneliness unbroken, quit the bust above my door, take thy from the heart, and take forth from my door.
Quoth the raven.
Yo, I said nevermore!
And the raven, never fitting, still is sitting, in pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of the demon that is dreaming, and the lamp light o'er his streaming throws a shadow on the floor, and my soul from out the shadow that lies floating on the door shall be lifted nevermore. Now, everybody, that was the Raven.
Can I say,
Bye.
10-10 this chat.
Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, I missed the chat the whole time. I was busy. All right, let's see what's up.
This is a pretty 10 out of 10 chat, I must say.
Yeah, what happened? I was gone. I was so excited. I started sweating, you know. Look at me, I'm shaking. All right, fuck poems. We already read that. What's happening, everybody? Well, what's good, y'all? Nevermore.
What's good, y'all? Nevermore. Oh, man. Good Tims, good
Yeah,
Tims.
after this, I'm gonna need some throat lozenges. But that was good. I love Edgar Allan Poe's poems. They're pretty good. What was that other one? The Cask of Amontillado. The Cask of Taco Bell. Fucking Amontillado.
Amontillado.
We need some fucking trumpets and some goddamn tambourines and just have at it.
I like how this Halloween special has just turned to us fucking around.
You
Reading
know, it's
quote-unquote
been a
scary
pretty good time
stories.
for me so far.
Base Halloween special taking place at the podcast this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good Tims, good
okay.
Tims.
Anybody got a good story that they want to hear? I mean,
Well,
we do have the Devil's Game, and it's kind of lengthy.
Well,
Actually, it is very lengthy. It'll be a whole another hour.
I mean, all of the ones I found were lengthy because it's kind of ones that were.
It's a fucking story, goddammit.
I went with 7 stars and up, so
You know. Yeah.
Now
yeah,
I do have a popular one from last year. That's my popular. I mean, not through me, but popular in general. That I did last year, but I figured why not do it again? Solid read. Hypno's Lullaby. It's pretty short.
Hypno's Lullaby. You talking about Pokemon?
Yee.
Lavender Town Theory kind of shit?
I'll link to you real quick.
A Joker card. Yes, Edgar Allan Poe is an outstanding poet, and yes, he did take his poems from the future back to the past. I swear to God, he is a time-traveling wizard. Alright, let's see this here.
I like how the link didn't. That's
Welcome to Creepypasta. No, this is really weird. This link kinda sent me to a wiki.
The link kind of died.
Yes.
Again.
That is currently
The
no
link is
access
still
page.
dying.
You can search for this page title. In
Well,
other pages are
it's
search
Hypno's Lullaby.
icons.
Yeah, I'm having trouble finding it. How about I just copy and paste the whole link to my
Yeah,
own
that might
URL?
work. That'll probably work.
That might work a little bit better.
We know you like dicks,
Here
right?
we go. Oh, this is kind of a poem too.
Yeah, that's what
Sure.
I'm about to do this one. I did it last year. So, you know. Here we do it live for the people, because who goes back and
Do it
watches old
live.
videos? No one.
Thank you, Joker.
No one watches old videos. Oh man, Ren. Got the podcast you were in finally up on YouTube.
Yeah, I was about to watch that until we started. I thought we were starting around 9.
8 or 9, well, you know.
I was gonna watch that. You know, hashtag Nana.
Fucking Nana. Okay, go ahead and I'll go ahead and do this. Well, actually, I'm gonna see if I can find Lavender Town real quick.
Hold on. Ren actually just wrote an entire poem for us to read. All right, here we go.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I like dicks instead of you.
That was excellent, Ren.
Well, I mean, we all have penises, so I don't. I mean, what are you? I don't get what you're trying to say here, Chris.
Ren wrote it. Ren wrote it. It's his poem. You know, we should probably ponder at that poem while you are looking for whatever it is you're doing.
Oh, I found it already.
Okay. Thanks, Ren. Thank you. There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go.
Okay, that works. I assume it can be heard by the people.
Yeah. Do you want me to assist in reading?
No, it's
It's
just one thing.
It's a short one. All right.
It's a short one.
You gonna sing it for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Well, I'm not gonna sing. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna sing it.
Okay, you can sing it though if you want to.
Wait for the drop.
Actually, you know, Tyler, get the acapella version that was linked to us earlier.
Get
That
the
would be
get the
much
acapella
better.
version?
The acapella version sounds so much better than the original.
If I
Lavender
could
Town
find
theme.
the real quick. Give me a second. Oh, I can actually just YouTube it. What am I doing? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Get bodied, Ren. You were Asian. You've been called out. Get bodied.
No, not Ren got bodied.
If I could.
My
Oh,
hand
yep,
is
here he
so
is. Here he is.
fucking-
Smooth McGroove, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Smooth Groove, for this contribution into Lavender Town Theory single-person acapella. It was amazing, and still is amazing. It was actually just recently released.
Well, it's a little louder than I want. Not gonna lie.
Bye, Levy. I'll miss you.
Come, little children, come with me. Safe and happy you will be. Away from your homes now let us run. With Hypno you'll have so much fun. Oh, little children, please don't cry. Hypno wouldn't hurt a fly. Be free, be free, be free to play. Come in my cave with me to stay. Oh, little children, please don't squirm. These ropes I know will hold you firm.
Guys,
Tell me-
wait. Hold to get into this voice. Holy shit. Yeah.
Hypno tells you this is true, but sadly Hypno lied to you. Oh, little children, you mustn't leave. Your families for you will grieve. Their minds will unravel at the seams, allowing me to haunt their dreams. But surely all of you must know that it is time for you to go. Oh, little children, you weren't clever. Now you will stay with me forever.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get to the boys' hole. Gotta pay the troll toll to get to this boys' hole. I fucking love that. That's amazing. But seriously, you guys know the truck in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow outside the SSN truck. It was actually originally supposed to be a van, and you were supposed to find the hypno under it. Supposed to attract little childrens. Make little baby hypnos with them.
Oh lordy.
Oh, jeez.
I guess we should try to find one short one right quick. See if I have a short one.
Yeah,
on
but
this.
anyways, Tyler, you got about as much rhythm as a breadstick. That did not flow well. You will never be a 5-star rapper.
Well, I think I'll just have to live with not being a 5-star rapper, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'll just have to.
Make
I'll just have
$1
to.
million, sell out to Walmart.
I'll just have
and
to
then
somehow
rest
deal
your
with it.
life in the projects. All right, so what else we got? What you got for me?
A bunch of long stuff.
Bunch of long stuff. Mm.
If anybody has some shorter ones, they can feel free to share it.
Yeah, if anybody's got some good stories they want to kind of put out, maybe some Edgar Allan poems. See what I did there?
For Halloween, spoopy tacular.
Industries. Yeah, the Halloween spooktacular, everybody.
Alright, let's see what the people think about this one. I don't think it's that long, but the people may think different.
Actually, what do I think? Yeah, this is what you sent to me currently, right?
No, the last one I sent was The Devil's Game.
They really love Satan on Creepypasta.
They, in fact, do love Satan.
They are big fans of Satan. Yeah, 8.9 is not super bad. So there's a little bit of dialogue in this bad bitch.
Well, I'm actually looks a little like kind of the same length as
Holy
the first
shit!
one.
Within the first sentence, I can't even pronounce stuff.
Really?
Yori
Nori Kakagatsu!
Noi, Kakatsu.
Alright, I have other ones, maybe.
It's on a family.
What about this one? What about this one? This one's actually not that long.
Let me see. See what you got. Any input by you guys would be terrific.
Yeah, if anyone has any
Yeah.
particular choice in what they would like to see.
Really having a good pretty just good time.
Or see, hear, whatever. Fuck it. Just the camera a little bit.
Oh, this has got some long ass paragraphs. We could trade if you want to.
Yeah, we can trade it off. But I don't think it's not that long in general, though.
You do one, I do another. Yeah, it's not long at all, really. It's not bad.
What about the people? What do the people say?
What do they actually haven't said anything?
They haven't said anything. I
So
feel like they're
we're-
ignoring us, and I feel a little insulted.
I'm ignoring us. I
Nah,
don't even
fair
know what
enough.
to talk about. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Joker. Actually, Joker, yes.
Pretty
And you
solid.
should probably lay low for a little while, because I believe the police may be looking for you.
They might do. But compared to the first one, it's not that long.
Yeah, it's actually pretty short.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and
All right,
start it.
Go ahead and start off. I'll get the next
This is
start.
From the Sea, and it is credited to Zion Johnson.
Zion Johnson. That is not his real name, is it? I mean, the last name possibly, but Zion. That is a
I
terrible-
would hope not, because that
He
was worst parents.
adopted. He was adopted.
7.9 out of 10 as its rating from 104 cast votes.
All right.
Day was August 5th, 1989. The rain pounded onto the beach like gunfire, and the lightning arced across the sky in magnificent blue colors. I sat in my tent on the cliff edge, listening to the boom of thunder while holding in my hands a pair of binoculars. It had been like this for the past 6 days, and I had been camped out here all the while. I was not the kind of person that would go chasing tornadoes or anything as dangerous, so please refrain from assuming such things. No, I would prefer to camp near coastal regions with lots of thunder, lightning, and rain, and simply observe Mother Nature's destructive force. This night, however, would be the last night I ever go storm watching, or anywhere near the sea for that matter. And not for any one of the conventional reasons, such as loss of interest or inability to do so. What occurred that night on the beach below the cliff edge is something I will never forget. It is something that will haunt my dream. I'm sorry, fuck. It is something that will haunt my thoughts and torment my nights of sleep until the day I die.
I had decided to stay up later than usual and observe some more of the wondrous powers that nature was. This took the binoculars away from my face for a moment and rubbed my eyes, for they often got quite dry when I spent extended amounts of time staring into them. As soon as I had finished, a bright flash lit up the night sky, and in the brief but bright flash I saw something on the beach. Something that caught my eye, making me forget about the lightning and thunder for a second. In that brief flash, I saw people moving around the beach. At first, I thought it was my mind playing tricks, for this is not uncommon, especially considering my location. Then, the time of day, the fact that I was all alone. But as soon as I thought that thought crossed my mind, another flash lit up the sky, and I saw more people moving around the beach in the pelting rain. Why in God's name would anybody be moving around out here in this hour with this kind of weather? Naturally, I thought to myself, curious, as I'm sure would be given the situation. I brought the binoculars back to my eyes. I did not repurchase them unless I lost them at a pawn shop currently. I brought the binoculars back up to my eyes and focused in on the beach where I saw movement, determined to prove my eyesight right or wrong.
My binoculars remained fixed there on the beach, eagerly waiting for another flash of light, still not fully convinced of what I had seen. I was just about to give up and shift my gaze from the beach when the flash finally came, lighting up the beach in its entirety. The flash was only for a couple seconds, but I managed to see the people again, and in more detail this time, thanks to the binoculars. There must have been around 5 of them, and they all seemed to be cloaked in black robes, or something extremely similar to that. They all seemed to have hoods thrown over their heads, from the robes I presume. 2 of the cloaked figures appeared to be walking towards the ocean itself, each of them carrying a post of some kind that looked to be around the same height as they were. The other 3 figures seemed to be walking towards an area off of the beach that I could not see from my vantage point. Light from the flash left as soon as it had come, leaving me staring leaving me staring at total darkness. How odd, I said to myself, completely intrigued by what I had just seen. At this point, I had completely forgotten about watching the lightning and listening to the rain. All my attention and thoughts were being directed at the beach as I tried my very best to determine why these people were here and what they were doing. But in truth, I would never be able to imagine the events that would occur on that night.
Oh, sorry. That kind of ended pretty steeply. My binoculars were still focused on the beach, waiting for the next flash to come when I saw dim orange shapes bouncing around the beach. Somebody's having a party, I exclaimed to myself. No, I'm kidding. That isn't in there. I observed the orange lights for a short while before the flash came again. The first thing I noticed was that all the figures were carrying the orange lights. I quickly made the connection between the bouncing orange lights and what the cloaked figures were carrying, realizing that they must be torches, but not before seeing something quite ominous. 2 of the figures were dragging a 6th uncloaked person through the wet sand towards the coast. I quickly determined that it must have been a woman, judging by the clothing she was wearing. Oh, she was uncloaked. I thought it said cloaked earlier. I was like, yeah, she's a fucking... Like, what? And then I noticed something thrown over her head. It almost resembled a burlap sack of some sort. Then all I managed to see before the light left once again, leaving only the dim orange lights of the torches moving around the beach. This was when the thought of calling for help struck me. What is this person? Was it in danger? What if the person was in danger? What if he or she needs my help? I thought to myself, but quickly realized that no one would dare to come here in this kind of weather at night. No one would arrive until morning at its earliest. So that idea was out the window.
Almost immediately, after that brief thought, another flash of lightning lit up the beach, allowing me to see clearly once again. The woman sat on her knees between two posts that appeared to have been stabbed into the sand of the beach, very near the ocean itself. It was hard to see from where I was, but it seemed as though the waves were actually getting larger. Two of the figures seemed to be tying each of her wrists to a separate post, while the other three stood quite a long distance away, merely watching the other two and holding their torches. The scene disappeared as the black of night once again returned to the shroud the beach, and a darkness which only the dim torches visible from my tent. What in God's name is going on? I thought to myself yet again, even more confused and scared than I was before the previous flash.
I thought about making my way down to the small cliff in which my tent set on and helping the woman. I wanted to help her, I truly did. Yet, I knew that it would be basically impossible for me to navigate my way through the beach in this weather. And even if I did, how could I ever hope to overpower all 5 of those figures by myself? I mean, look at me. I'm 5'3", about 130 pounds. Writing this story as it's going along.
This is in first person, isn't it?
I don't
I have
know.
a feeling. Spoiler alert! I think this guy's gonna die.
Maybe I was seeing things all wrong. Maybe this wasn't as foreboding as it seems.
I love that word.
Maybe this was something entirely different than what it seemed to be. I thought to myself, I sat in the cold, dark tent, and I knew somewhere in the back of my mind that this was not the case. Regardless of whether the situation was as it seemed or not, I was alone. And there was nothing I could do but observe and hope that this would end okay.
My binoculars remained focused on the beach, ready for the next flash. I hoped against hope that what it revealed would be far less sinister than what had been revealed before, but I somehow knew, even before the flash, that would not be. Suddenly the flash came. Light flooded the beach, and what I saw was very similar to what I had seen before. The woman's arms hung above her head, and she sat on her knees with her head down. I quickly noticed that her wrists had been tied to the top of the post, judging by the position she was sitting in, and the way her arms were outstretched. All 5 of the cloaked figures stood some distance away from the woman, holding their torches. They all just seemed to be motionless. They were just staring at her. The light vanished, and I was staring in the darkness again. Then I began to feel something strange. A rumbling ran through my body.
Got a rumbling in your tummy?
Yee.
Yeah, you got an upset stomach? Get you some Pepto? Sorry, continue.
It did not come from my... Oh, wait, what? It did not come from my body. No, it seemed to be coming directly from the earth itself. I took my binoculars away from my face as I tried to determine the source, completely forgetting about the beach for a moment. The rumbling became a shaking as it became stronger. At first I assumed it was an earthquake, but then the flash came again, and what I saw made me realize that this was no earthquake.
The flash came suddenly, and seemed brighter than the other flashes. As soon as the light flooded the beach, I saw it, even without my binoculars. Its size made it nearly impossible not to see what the flash came. Initially, I was confused by what it was looking at, but it barely took me a second to realize what it was. A large humanoid figure stood upright in the ocean water. Go, no, they say he's got to go. Go, go, Godzilla.
Pretty much.
Godzilla.
I assume so.
The flash only came for a few seconds, so I could only make out many details on the figure. But what it did manage to see was short time was that its arms ended in the mass of tentacles and that it appeared to be reaching down towards the shore, where the woman was. Its body was glimmering as if it was soaking wet, and its skin seemed to be bleeding a black liquid from various pores in its body. As the light left the shore, a loud roar shrouded from the beach. The roar seemed to shake the earth itself, and I could feel it as if it vibrated through my own organs.
Dude, BP has a lot to answer for.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
saying.
now the oil is corrupting the friendly sea octopus, making a giant monster with tentacle hands.
Tentacle hands reaching down, getting bitches.
Was this story written by a Japanese person? Just saying.
Oh, I know how this is gonna be. Well, I mean, his name is Zion Johnson. Could be anything. Continue, my good sir.
Yep. Awestruck, I sat staring at the shore, unable to comprehend or process what I had just seen. I wanted to tell myself that it was just a figment of my imagination, all of it. That I had just imagined the whole thing, or maybe that I was having some crazy nightmare. Yet I know that this was not the case. I knew that what I had just seen happen was real, and that this was not something I could wish away or make excuse for. This was real. As I fell deeper and deeper into my thoughts of what I just seen, another flash came. The beach was completely empty except for one thing: a broken post partially sticking out of the sand.
Sleep never found me that night. There was too much fear and horror to even hope for the slightest second of sleep. I wanted just to pack up and leave that night and forget this entire ordeal has ever occurred, but I could not. It was too dangerous, not to mention how fearful I was to even step outside my tent, because as frail as a tent was compared to that beast, I still felt some sort of security inside of it, like a full sense of safety. The morning came slowly, and it wasn't until daylight flooded the entire area that I felt safe enough to step outside of my tent. I left the coast as soon as I could and never had been within 200 feet of an ocean since. I kept telling myself it was a nightmare, that none of it was real, but I knew in the back of my mind all the while that what happened to me was real. I carried the horror of what I seen with me ever since that horrible night. I never told a soul, not even my wife, but I could feel my memory slipping in my old age as much as I would like to happen, merely forget what happened to me. I thought that there must have been some record of what happened that night, which is why I convey the story to you, whoever you are. Whether you believe what I have said to be true or not, please just don't forget what I have told you. Be wary of the ocean. Beware of the thing that came out of the sea.
Alright, well,
Now, something tells me if this guy was drop dead serious, he wouldn't have posted it on Creepypasta. Just saying.
alright,
Bomb.
I guess that was
Drop.
worth a 7.9.
Yeah, it was alright. Seems like everybody's starting to split tonight. It may just be us and one other.
Yep.
Yep.
That's fine.
I know.
We've been at it for a good bit.
Yeah, I had a good time. It's been a couple hours. Having a
Yeah.
good time.
So we'll go ahead and call it here for the Spooky Industries Halloween special. This has
And
been
whoever's still joining us, thank you for sticking around. Joker.
this,
Hey, Joker.
this has been your host, Spooky X233. Thanks for
And,
watching.
Spoopy Industries, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.